Lian Po sets off alone to Jixia in search of the power he needs to protect his home. This passive skill grants him crowd control immunity and increases his battle spirit with each skill used. The higher his battle spirit is, the more damage reduction he enjoys. All hits landed with a basic attack or skill attack will also raise his battle spirit. And at full battle spirit, Lian Po's attack speed will also increase. Lian Po's battle spirit will slowly diminish when he is out of combat. Lian Po's skill 1 is his main dash and crowd control skill. Using the skill triggers a forward dash that launches any enemies in his path. His third basic attack becomes a heavy punch that deals even more damage. Lian Po can deal a staggering amount of damage with his skill 2. This charged attack slows and deals physical damage to all enemies within range, as well as resets the cooldown of skill 1. The closer the enemy is to the center of the target area, the more damage they take. When used against a minion wave or group of monsters, it pulls targets to the center of the target area. Lian Po's ultimate is his core crowd control skill. He leaps to the target location and slams the ground 3 times. Slam 1 deals physical damage and slows the enemy. Slam 2 deals more physical damage and further slows the enemy. Slam 3 deals the most physical damage and launches the enemy. Follow up with skill 1 when using this skill to reinforce its crowd control effect. This is Lian Po's fight initiating combo. First, use skill 1 to launch the enemy into the air, then skill 2 to slow them and reset the cooldown of skill 1. Finally, use the slowing effect of the first 2 strikes of Lian Po's ultimate to limit the enemy's movement. In between, you can use skill 1 again after its cooldown is over to follow up the crowd control effects of the third strike of Lian Po's ultimate. If the enemy is further away, you can also use skill 1 followed by flash to close the distance. Then unleash the third strike of his ultimate. This skill combo is suitable for use in team fights where the many powerful crowd control effects it provides can create openings for the rest of the team to deal damage. Before the start of a team fight, Lian Po can first accumulate battle spirit by taking out enemy minions and monsters. This way he can maximize his damage reduction during the team fight, allowing him to better resist damage. When the time for team fights rolls around, Lian Po is the perfect choice for initiating. By launching the enemy with his skill 1 and making good use of the large-scale crowd control effects of his ultimate, Lian Po can create ideal conditions for the team's backline to deliver maximum damage output and thus lead the team to victory. Even without using his ultimate, you can use the cooldown reset effect between his skills 1 and 2 to exert effective crowd control over the enemy and provide the team with more breathing room. Lian Po is a crowd control hero who is able to resist damage quite well. When landing in the early game, use the 1-2-1 skill combo to poke the enemy with a high amount of burst damage. Then look for opportunities to defeat them when their health gets low. In the mid-game, use Lian Po to engage in small-scale battles along with the rest of the team. As his skills can also pose a considerable threat to the squishier heroes, it may be a good idea to focus on the enemy's backline at this juncture. In the late game, his main task is to exert crowd control, absorb damage, and limit the damage output of the enemy's backline.
I belong in the heavyweight class! I correct every failure 10 times over. Let's cut the talk and start the cutting.